thing.
Hey, I'm sitting in the chair over here.
You admitted it finally. That's your thing.
Well, it's the first match of our triple header. Once again, Saturday here, MPL Philippines Season 15. It's the Battle of the Titans in a best of 3 already. Game number 1.
Welcome
Which
to
team
Mobile
will
Legends.
get the first blood in the series? Will it be Team Liquid Philippines or Team Falcons?
So the starter for Falcons in the orange buff is actually a fast leash. It was 3 bodies committed into the orange start for Kyle TZ so that they can clear that up as quickly as possible. That's where the Granger of Super Marco went first alongside it. But Ogun accidentally got the orange buff.
We saw this with TLPH last week.
Yeah, JP accidentally got the buff of Carl. Now this time it's Ogun who got the buff of Kyle.
Oh
no.
That could have been such a fast start to their jungling rotations, but now Kyle TZ will have to look for more just to compensate for that.
Yeah. He'll be able to hit level 4 though, since he was able to clear out his side of the jungle top side, plus getting the gold crab. So that was a good adjustment that they did to balance it out. But yeah, it's going to be an orangeless Joy who did not lose out farm though.
That was fast. Oh.
Fast flicks.
And the flex.
Is that what you call athletic
That is
flickers?
athletic from both of them.
From both of them, right?
I like it. Also taking a look at the placements here. Kyle T, yeah, even though he doesn't have orange, he's still relatively fine, you know, in terms of even. He's actually ahead
Oh, wow.
of Carl TZ.
Yeah, he actually is. And we might see something happen down bottom. Kyle TZ using the electrifying beats, but it will be dodged by Carl and Sanford. Nothing much happening yet. Still the farming for both of these teams.
Owen's not trolling him.
Tosses are here and there, but it seems like Owen might be the first to fall. That was very unfortunate for Team Falcons.
Yeah, big punish, and that slows down the rotation and the scaling for Falcons, as Team Liquid will be able to get the turtle without a problem unless Kyle has another plan for it.
It seems like he does have a plan.
He's
Sanford
buffless.
will use the curtain call. Oh, denies! The dash coming in from Kyle TZ. And now with the yo-yo blitz, he will attempt to take him out, but he will be able to survive. That was a great play.
Okay, that was tough to see. So it seems like one thing building on the other right now for Team Falcons, and it's not going their way here.
Yeah, and Oheb is beating Marco in lane right now. Of course, the Irithel being one of the natural counters to the Granger in lane. Lately, though, it's become a little bit of a 50-50 between those two heroes and who wins and who loses. But in this specific matchup so far, it's Oheb winning in the gold.
But this is literally Owen helping and babysitting Kyle, making sure that he gets more farm. But look at that blade surge. Oh, there's the unstoppable force though, and look at the dispersion rotation, just denying the attempts from Falcons, taking down Owen, and now Few might be next. That's a double kill for Carl TZ.
And it's a killing spree for him. Plus an emblem in the killing spree. Actually, that's what he has. So
Yes.
yeah, Carl TZ, great entries and timing. So what we were talking about in the condition of controlling the center of the map so far, how Sanji, JB, and Carl have been playing around it so that it controls the rotations of Falcons right now have been great.
Did you see?
They're doing a great job.
Yeah, and even in the XP lane, there's just zoning out Flap, cutting him off from getting some of the XP cards. So it is Ogun kind of babysitting right now, Kyle TZ, but so far that's one of the things. If he doesn't actually have, oh no, diversion,
and they go for Kyle TZ, try to burst him down, but he's able to escape. Few also using the feathered airstrike. There's the toss, and Carl TZ will just focus onto Few, but it seems like Sanford's the one getting bursted down. Flicker from Ogwen, and the split is still there, or it was already previously used. Ogwen falls, and Flap TZ, despite all that, he still survives.
Straight up, Falcons are just getting outplayed right now. Team Liquid Philippines seems to have a counter for everything that Falcons are tossing at them. Looking at the items between Oheb and Super Marco, slight lead here for the Irithel. Already has the Haas Claws on the way to rush building the Hunter Strike for Super Marco. So despite Falcons having a good lineup and skills up in the mid-game, they might need to wait a little bit more to hit their power spikes, as Team Liquid Philippines have set the tempo for majority of it. This turtle might change the fortunes of Falcons, though, if they can steal it and get a kill or two without losing a lot.
Yeah, but these are 4 members from Team Liquid Philippines. Sanford doing the zoning, Flap TZ trying to find his way in. JP already uses the glorious pathway though, but this might be a referee battle, and Kyle TZ will succeed. Few takes down Sanford, and JP will go next. Flap TZ will be trying to escape, And he successfully does. No trades for Team Liquid.
Good fight. Good fight for Team Falcons. Able to go ahead and get a couple of kills, and then Kyle swoops in and gets the turtle.
Yep. Exactly what we were talking about, though. That for Team Falcons, they need to get a big win. And Sanji!
Oh, a dispersion rotation followed by a blade surge just to burst down Kyle. Few and Flapteezy are here, but Team Liquid, they're running away. Ogwen, though, spots Sanji. Will they still go for it? Flapteezy, half HP now. He will be using the split, but that won't make him escape.
That's why Sanji's the low yi master in MPL Philippines. How he used the diversion right away after the previous turtle, immediately going to the purple buff area to give vision for Carl TZ to set up the kill onto Kyle.
And with that, I mean, Team Falcons was able to go ahead and stop some of the build up in the lead all around for TLPH, but they also now lose that first turret on the top side, and they have to have an answer for that kind of setup potential. Not only the diversions coming out from Sanji, but also just the fact that Carl TZ's able to pump out so much damage, and that he's 4-0 right now. He is scaling so much faster than Kyle. Here's a diversion again. They know the buff is up. Oh,
he still got it?
He didn't. Okay. Kyle TZ was still able to secure it, but there's the curtain call also used. This feels really interesting since honestly you would think that Falcons with the Droid and the Farsa would be the ones who will be rotating really, really fast. But I feel like since Ogwen's been trying to help Kyle TZ for a majority of the early game, Team Liquid Philippines gets to position themselves first. And but there's the engage coming in from Falcons though. Uses the ejector onto JP. The Glorious Pathway will be the response, however, and he still sustains, but not for long as he gets taken down by Super Marco.
Yeah, that's a big pick off there for Falcons. They might be able to continue this. They go for the conceal.
Conceal's going to be used. Fighting for the last turtle of the game is 1-for-1 so far. They just hold it there with Sanford. A diversion again on the other side. Might be looking for a surprise attack here.
Oh no, they spot out Few! And they force out the flicker curtain call coming in from Sanford. They can't use the wings by wings, but then Sanford will still go for it, taking down Few. And now Sanford is the trade. But that's a 1-for-1 so far, and they're still gonna go for it. They capture Carl TZ. He gets the bullets from the Rhapsody. And with the unstoppable force there as well, they will make sure that he goes down. Another Glorious Pathway coming in from JP. Slows down Ogwen. But Falcons, they're just buying time. They're just gonna take the objective.
Okay, no Carl TZ here for Team Liquid Philippines, no retribution, but Carl TZ used his, so they cannot rush this turtle. It's gonna be a reset, and another big fight potentially coming up for turtle number 3, diversion, to send Oheb to the bottom lane.
Just send him, you know what, forget the turtle, go push the lane.
All right, Flapteezy split, almost getting bursted down, and without Carl TZ to contest, Falcons will secure this turtle. But it seems like Oheb is getting his hands on the second turret so far of the game.
Good trade. They knew they weren't going to be able to go and contest for that turtle, so they might as well go grab the second turret for them. And that's the advantage right now they have against Team Falcons leading into the eventual Lord. They have no turrets down, so they have a little bit more space to work with on the map.
Yeah, that's something that you have to deal with when you're up against a low yi and you're not really a lineup built for macro. Although, yes, you can get around the map quickly as a Jawhead and the Farsa. It's just the overall macro leans towards Team Liquid Philippines, while Falcons likes to play around pickoffs and engagements. That's how they're keeping themselves in game right now within distance of Team Liquid Philippines because they're winning some fights. And another diversion is committed.
Oh, right there.
Go for Flapteezy. JP trying to block the other members, but Flapteezy will be able to sustain the damage. And they force out the Feathered Airstrike too from Few, but there will be no casualties just yet.
Yeah, Glue. And maybe this is why Redmar mentioned he's such a fan for Glue. Glue is so good at being able to withstand that amount of damage, with the split and everything else, especially when he starts to continue to build up some of the defensive items here. You're already taking a look, though. The damage dealt Sanji and Carl really high up there, but I do expect as the game goes a little bit longer into the late game, Few is going to be a pretty big threat when it comes down to especially those objectives because he's only got the glowing wand right now.
Yeah, same thing goes for Super Marco, who just built up his third item, already up to the Malefic Roar. But of course, he gets that quickly because he went for the Sky Piercer second to toss up.
Oh, they find Carl right before the objective spawns.
Yikes.
That's
not good for the Liquid girlies out there.
Yeah, that's
and the one beside me.
And the one beside you, that's the Noops right now. They might be able to delay it, though. I know it is up in about 5 seconds. Carl's got about 12 on the death timer. TLPH might try to go ahead and stall it out unless they just give it up and get ready for a base defense, because they should be able to clear things. Because look how fast this is going. Yeah, there's not enough time here.
Oh no, there's a diversion though, but they still won't make it in time. Are they still gonna commit? Oheb with heavy crossbow decides to join the fight, but Sanford is the first to fall. Now Sanji uses the flicker to get away because JP might inevitably fall too. And that's all the more better for Falcons. They don't just get the objective.
Super Okram looking good right now. He's 4-0 and 2. I believe that's 2 or 3 stacks on his Sky Piercer, considering when he built it and the kills he got since then. And yeah, again, you're seeing why I'm a glue guy. Ogwin with the conceal.
Oh, Ogwin going for Sanji.
Oh, it's not Oheb he's after. It's actually Sanji. Now Super Marco's unstoppable, and they expose the mid lane base turret of Team Liquid.
At this point, Ogwin's made up for taking the orange buff at the beginning of the game. He's gotten so many tosses on the right targets. Now they're going to approach the base. The shields are still up, so these are going to pop, but the feathered airstrike comes down.
No more holy shields for the top lane turrets. But Team Liquid Philippines successfully clears it out for now. But this is a really interesting turn of events. Earlier, it was just Falcon seemingly trying to defend and play very disciplined, but it's all aggro from now. It's all aggression.
Yeah. The majority of the game so far has actually just been determined by really good calls and surprising plays by any of the two teams. There's no clear moment that you could call a massive error for anyone, no big mistake. It's just been two teams playing really damn good MLBB, and lately it's been Team Falcons with Super Marco now bulletproof 5-0-2. So Oheb is deathless as well, but we're starting to feel as to why I was kind of iffy about this Irithel.
All right. Ogwin successfully still gets a toss, but that's JP. It's quite tanky. Now he responds with a glorious pathway and separates himself from the rest of the members of Team Liquid. But the vengeance won't help Sanford survive that. Carl Easy and Oheb, though, they find themselves right behind some of the members of Falcons.
Oh no, Marco,
but will
Marco.
They decide to go for it. They find Super Marco and burst him down just like that. But Kyle Teasy with the response. Carl Teasy, will he decide to engage this? Oheb will successfully retreat, but Sanji still looks for another kill.
They could get another.
They're going to get it.
Carl Teasy looking for a few, and for some reason Sanji survives. Oheb instead will become the trade.
Oh man, the back and forth.
And Sanji, he just wants to go home. But it's a double for Kyle Teasy.
This is the kind of MLBB I like. MLBB for the streets, just fighting. It's scrappy, it's smart, it's surprising, it's crafty. It is the clash of the titans.
That's for the streets, man. You know, there's a different kind of land of dawn we're seeing in this game one. TLPH and Team Falcons, we mentioned it's a battle of titans. We know some of the stakes already in week 5. If TLPH wins this series, they're one step closer to locking in a spot already for the playoffs, but Team Falcons is definitely making them work for it. They're going to have control of this Lord right now. TLPH will get in position. They do have the diversion. Flapteezy already taken a couple shots.
All right. Flapteezy will try to latch onto Carl Teasy, and he successfully does so after he zones him out. But Few anticipates everyone else. Sanji gets bursted down, and it's a trade for the mid laners. But Oheb, unfortunately, will fall next. Now Flapteezy still on the zoning, gets to successfully distract Kyle Teasy. And now another successful toss onto Sanford too, and they triple for Super Marco. Now only leaving JP alone to defend.
Team Liquid thought that they could find another great diversion, but the golden gold Few was ready for them.
Concealed from JP, trying to buy some time, but there's a minion alongside the Falcons, and they gain access to the base and successfully claim game number 1.
Bulletproof Marco coming in clutch in the last couple minutes of the game, and Team Falcons will soar high above the Cavalry in game 1.
That was a very exciting game when at one point it just evolved into